literally there are so many details that it makes us kind of have to be in the hospital, but everything within me is like, I don't want to go in the hospital.
Good morning!
We are actually almost to the hospital, and two things came to mind as we're driving through the city. One, hold on, I have to do math.
And left our
no, I have to do some math.
Okay.
11 years ago, 11 years ago, I moved to college. So this was just a couple weeks before I moved to college, so I can almost guarantee you what I was doing. Well, one, I was on a trip with our youth group. Thank you. I was on a trip with our youth group, and then once I got back, I was packing and repacking all my stuff for college. But all the like people walking through the city just reminded me of like, oh, I'm moving to the city for the first time. And the second thing that came to mind is this is the week of love. If you've watched our Draw My Life, Peter and I were on a mission trip together. We were co-teachers, and that was 13 years ago when we fell in love. The summer of love. So it was 13 years ago. We've been together for 13 years.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, we're meeting with Mary's endocrinologist. We're gonna do PFTs and yeah.
See what happens. Suit up and get going. Go, 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 as far as you can. Great job. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Nice.
While Mary was doing PFTs, she got a blood sugar notification, but she was already eating gummies before she started PFTs.
So then after PFTs, well, so we don't talk about numbers. My apparently Canadian accent is coming out recently.
Because you've been talking to the Canadian people on the phone.
I guess. But anyway, I don't talk about PFT numbers while I'm doing it because I don't want my mind to play tricks with my lungs. I just want to do my efforts, and whatever they are, they are. So I did my 3 PFTs, and then I sat down, I started eating more gummies. Anyway, she was like, do you want to know what they are? Yeah. So I stood up and looked at them, and they were significantly lower than last time. And, but I was like looking at the computer, and Peter was like,
I was watching her face because I was sitting over here and I couldn't see the numbers, and I was like, either the numbers are down, but by the look on her face, either numbers are down or she can't find where the numbers are on the computer screen.
Well, and it's funny because I know exactly where to look and what number to look at. That's disgusting.
No.
I just dropped the bottle of water.
We'll throw away that water. I think we're gonna run out of space in this clip, so
okay.
We're gonna make more space, but
we'll see what happens. Okay, so just finished with the endocrinologist. So basically, oh, and finished with my CF doctor. He ended up coming in.
Yeah.
So basically, here's where we're at. That is the biggest drop in my lung function in 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
It
correlates.
It does correlate. It's interesting though because, you know, the last 18 months my lung function has been virtually stable, and that has been, you know, with new infections. I was diagnosed with MRSA a year ago, on IVs, needing more IVs, etc. Like I still need treatment, but my lung function itself is typically pretty stable. Hold on. Yes.
We confirm. You can just leave the urine in here when you're
okay.
set.
Perfect.
Get it to the lab.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you guys.
I need to pee in a cup, so that's what she was talking about. So it's typically been stable. So sometimes I come into clinic and I'm like, oh, I'm having fevers, I'm not feeling good, so much mucus, and I do PFTs and it's like, they're better. Like literally my number is
or whatever.
Right,
yeah.
Unchanged or better. And then so today, I guess after 18 months, I'm just used to looking at the computer screen and seeing stable. And when I saw the number, I was like, what? Yeah. That's why that face was like that. But honestly, it's kind of like when I come in and my number is like better and I feel not good, I feel like a crazy person, but I'm thankful for the stability.
The other reality is that I'd say probably the majority of the past few times Mary's gone on IVs, we haven't done PFTs right beforehand. It was like, she needs to be admitted to the hospital, we start IVs. So like, I guess I'm just saying, like, this is one time that we're actually in clinic right before you're gonna do some treatment. Anyways.
But I guess where we're at is like, it's not great news.
Yeah.
But it's not like scary necessarily, because you just do the next thing. And
we already knew that we needed to do the next thing. We already knew that like she needs sinus surgery. We already knew that she probably needs IVs. This kind of confirms that we need to start IVs. So we talked with her CF doctor a little bit. He had to run off, but we're going to wait a day while he kind of coordinates things, and basically we want to try to make sure that she can get the sinus surgery when she comes into the hospital.
Yeah, so they've got to coordinate with the sinus surgeons and whatever. There's just a lot of details, but ultimately we have, you know, I'll start IVs, which I think the biggest thing that I'm like terrified about is that first 2 days on IVs when my body has reactions. Like last time it was so bad. Yeah. And I remember like a day or two after the reaction stopped, I just thought, I don't want to do that again. Like I don't think I can do that again. Like that was really...
And here we are.
Yeah, here we are. But
and we're talking about doing the same course of treatment because it seemed like her body did respond last time to this, and it's kind of hitting the MRSA harder than we have in the past, and so anyways,
I guess I'm just like, I had gotten to the point where I'm kind of used to not feeling good. Like I've been having these headaches for so long that I'm kind of like, I guess that's my life now. Like I guess I just am used to it, whatever. And my lungs, you know, whatever, they are what they are. They feel how they feel. So I was kind of like, honestly, going into this visit, I was kind of like, well, maybe we just wait and not do anything. But then now we don't have the option because it wouldn't be wise to wait much longer. I mean, a week is fine, but like I can't wait till September or something like that. Like we need to do this. Now we've talked about doing IVs at home, and there are a lot of complications with that. Potentially, like I need to get the Neupogen shot for my low blood counts,
which we've never done at home, and
right, and I need to get blood work almost daily because of my blood counts and the IV reactions. And last time I was on these medications, I had a lot of nausea, so I was on 2 nausea medications. Like literally, there are so many details that it makes us kind of have to be in the hospital, but everything within me is like, I don't want to go in the hospital. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
But.
Alright, we're just processing this right here. We're still, Mary's gotta go pee in a cup, and then I think we're done here.
But, I think we should just have a fun rest of the day.
Yeah, you wanna go in the city and have a day?
I do. Yeah. I do. I just, like I said, I'm used to not feeling great, and so yeah, my numbers are lower, lots lower, but I've been dealing with it like this like for a long time, so I'm kind of used to it, so whatever.
So we're gonna process. We'll probably hear from our doctor tomorrow, kind of figure out a plan, and we'll keep you guys updated. But
this like the last week, you know, like when I've been feeling like air hungry.
Yeah, it's because your lung function's a lot lower.
Like, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I really thought my lungs were gonna be stable, like.
Yeah.
And
well,
I mean,
I think part of that reality is we often talk about how it's hard in the midst of the forest to see, or in the midst of the trees to see the forest. Like, it's hard to see decline. Like, or
Yeah.
we know that she's declined, but it's hard to know like how much, or like, is this just a dip, or is this lower, like, you know?
Yeah, and like we said before, because for so often I come in with symptomatic decline, but my numbers are stable, so that's what we're used to for the last 18 months anyway.
Yeah.
And every single time we come to clinic, I think we say it on the video, is like, we are grateful for stability.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean the fight is over, but we are grateful for stability. And so today, I'm grateful that I've had 18 months of stability, and today that changed, and that's okay. It doesn't mean my life is over. It means we keep doing
the next thing.
We keep doing the next thing. Oh, the other thing we did today, which we don't typically do, is a post bronchodilator. Yeah. Because it's been like, I don't know, because I've felt so air hungry, I wondered if the bronchodilator would do anything. Typically, whenever we've done pre and post, my post number actually has gone down in the past, meaning the bronchodilator doesn't help very much, if at all. So we typically don't do a pre and post.
But today we did it just because they were down. We wanted to see if the bronchodilator would help. And that would indicate there's like restrictive airways happening, like kind of a more asthmatic thing. But it didn't show any difference today. So it's the infection, and we need to take care of the infection in the sinuses, take care of the infection in the lungs. Well, we can't take care of it, but we're gonna do our best to fight it. And I think doing the next thing is to have a date in the city, and we're gonna say, as always, we will see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Say good night, buddy.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Hi.
Thanks for coming to the hospital with us.
Oh, the circle tail.